Hey, so check this out. This is Brockett, and a lot of people have asked me about this keyboard, and I haven't really talked about it too much. So I thought it was time to kind of give you guys a little bit of history of this thing. So this whole thing started when I was at the end of the Monster Ball tour with Lady Gaga, and we're getting ready to start rehearsing for the Born This Way tour. And another gentleman in the band, his name's Kareem Devlin, great guitar player, and a really charismatic performer who had a good feel for stage presence. So we were trying to make our instruments to the next level visually. And I was like, how can I make a keyboard look cool? I mean, you know, there's only so much you could do, I thought. And so I asked him, I said, you're the man. What can I do to make my keyboards a little bit better visually? And he was like joking. He was like, hey man, just make a circular keyboard. Like just make a circle around you, man, and just jam out. So I did. It came to fruition. Well, anyway, so what happened is I called a friend of mine. His name was Chuck Johnson, a really highly skilled piano player as well as a software designer and somebody who had been in the industry in terms of building instruments as well. And I was like, hey Chuck, can we build a circular keyboard? I got about 6 months to get it done for the next tour. And he was like, whoa, that's crazy, that's wild. And he called a couple of friends. One of his friends was a piano builder in Boston. His name was Rich Fell, and he actually built the physical first prototype keyboard. He made the keys himself by hand, I believe. And then Chuck called a friend of his, a very highly skilled engineer and inventor named Dave Starkey, who actually built the electronics and the circuit boards inside the very first keyboard. Now just think about this. Keyboard is curved. Each one of these keys right here has to be tapered. So those guys had to measure my arm length, figure out how many keys were involved, and then figure out the angle of how to make the keys so that they were tapered because of the curvature. And then Dave Starkey custom made curved circuit boards that were able to read MIDI and that had some electronic information that would make this thing be able to play sounds. So the way that we structured is, and this was my idea originally, was to have 3 keyboards in one, essentially. So just imagine this. There's a keyboard over here that's 96 notes here, and 96 notes here. The entire keyboard is 288 notes, 288 keys. Extremely useful for trap music. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so like in the front, I got a piano sound. So check this out. On the side, I have a lead synth. You just kind of jam out. It's kind of freaky. I practice scales, try to get the coordination between the 2 hands. It's a little bit different than playing 2 keyboards up and down. There's kind of advantages to playing this way because it's like, I don't know, it just feels like I'm just on one plane all the time. So if I'm playing, say, going through minor 7th chords, just practicing. Go chromatically. Then move around a little bit. And then I have a pad sound on the other side of the keyboard. That's this sound. So you can structure any way you want, and you could make any sound on any side of the keyboard. It's really all based upon the computer. I have it hooked up currently to MainStage. But I'm going to have a couple of different, episodes talking about this keyboard. If you notice, in the back here is a piano. I'm also going to have a series where I play with a bunch of piano players, and we're going to jam out. It's a Steinway Grand, and then I'll be jamming with them. And also, let me talk about the lights on this keyboard. This keyboard was played on the 2017 halftime show with Lady Gaga. I played it there. And the gentleman who built the lights is the one who's interviewing me right now. So I'm in his place right now, Eric Netherland. He's on the Piano Art team as well. He's a software designer. And he has done a lot of the programming in the new versions of the keyboard as well. And check it out, I can actually change the light setting, so check it out. Let's change that color. Oh my God, what's happening? It's pink now. It's pretty dope, right? Anyway, so we're going to talk about the piano work some more because you guys have been so supportive, especially on Instagram, man. Like, I've gotten crazy feedback, so it's kind of good to be in the YouTube universe, to be doing original music here. And I don't know, it's just a really cool vibe that everybody's got over here, just checking out different musicians and stuff. So take it easy. Thanks.